Hi, I'm Michael Haynes, and welcome to Listen, Innovate, Grow. Today, we're going to be speaking with Paul Hawkins, who's the CEO, or should I say, Chief Combobulator of Crazy Might Work. Paul, thanks for taking the time to speak with us today.
Pleasure, Michael. Good to see you.
So maybe to start things off, could you tell us for our viewers a bit about Crazy Might Work?
Yeah, sure. So Crazy Might Work is an innovation consulting and technology business. We've been in operations for about 4 years now. The business was started on a Russian icebreaker in Antarctica in 2015, and we really wanted to start doing something in this creative work and innovation space.
Okay.
And so we thought there's no more auspicious or innovative place to start than Antarctica. So we were the first business really to come out of that expedition in January.
Excellent.
And it's been a really interesting ride. We've got a combination of education and business outcomes.
Okay.
And so we typically do both of those things in parallel with every client. Predominantly corporate clients.
Corporate clients, okay.
Mike, so it's very much a B2B model.
Okay, yes.
And it's essentially around building capability in those clients whilst also helping them achieve a business outcome. So we're trying to smash those two things on every engagement.
Excellent. Now, can you tell us for our viewers, how do you guys at Crazy Might Work go about listening to really understand the needs of your clients, both your current ones and also to get an understanding of how to meet the needs of clients moving forward?
I think it's, it starts with just really good practice, I think, at a human level.
Okay.
So what we try to do is anytime we're in a meeting with clients, we try to listen much more than we talk.
Okay.
So, and we never go into a meeting with a hard sell type mentality.
Yeah.
So we're not there to flog products or services.
Yes.
We're actually there to build a relationship. Okay. So we take that very long-term view of how we're going to interact with that client.
Okay.
And then I think outside of just that way of being and interacting with clients, we also then run a lot of cross-industry events.
Okay.
So we'll chair or speak or run events that bring multiple industries together.
Yes.
And so we found that that's a really good way for us to listen, because we actually then get to hear what's happening from a strategy and innovation point of view across the entire market.
Yes.
Rather than just one industry space.
Okay.
And so that's a really important source of intelligence for us. When we say what are the kind of recurring issues or the big challenges or trends.
Yes.
That helps us be current with what those are.
And get a really good sense of a market view of what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent, great. And Paul, can you tell us how Crazy Might Work has really evolved from its inception to where it is now in 2019?
Well, it's been basically one big experiment, Mark. And I think that's actually crucial for innovation, and obviously, particularly if you happen to be a company that's putting yourself out there as being an innovator or a teacher of innovation. You've got a double onus, to make sure that you're staying current and relevant. But the first 12 months of Crazy Might Work, we effectively just ran a series of experiments. So what we did was every month we'd pick a different topic that was related to innovation, and we'd find a crazy venue that no one would ever use for an event, like Madame Tussauds or the museum or the observatory or something like that, and we'd pick a location that fitted somehow with our theme. Yeah. And then we'd literally run that as an experiment. So we'd invite everyone that we knew to come along to the to that event, and just we over the course of that 12 months we started to see which areas attracted more interest.
Okay.
So what were the kind of subtopics or areas of expertise that companies were most interested in, and then obviously they gravitate towards those topics or events.
Yeah.
So, and there were lots of misses, some hits,
yeah.
and then that helped us just understand where the need and the demand was in the marketplace. Not the only way, obviously,
yes.
That we experiment, but I guess it's an example, of how that offering has been able to evolve through experimentation.
Okay, great. So Paul, could you tell us, or what are some of the ways that Crazy Smart Work has been business innovating? So not just looking at your service offering, but what are some of the other forms of innovation that you've adopted, be it process innovation, organizational innovation, marketing innovation, to really take things from where you were in 2015 to where you are now?
So I guess there are probably a few different ways that we've done that. One is through just thinking very broadly about who our partners could be, and who we partner with in business. And so, for example, we found a wonderful conference organizer that runs global international events. And effectively, that conference that they run in Australia has become our conference, although we actually don't do any logistics, whatsoever, because they organize, they market the whole thing from start to finish. And effectively, we then partner with them just to make sure that it's a great event. So with that, I guess, domain knowledge around innovation, which is a key part of it, and the effort that we put into the 2 days. As well as working with the speakers and that to make sure that the content is well themed. It's really become a kind of a match made in heaven, in the sense that they do all the heavy lifting from a logistics point of view, and then we do, I guess, some of the warmer stuff around building the relationships and making sure that it's something that people want to come back to.
Absolutely.
So that's one example. So that's really our marketing.
So really getting into the right kind of partnerships, those strategic relationships has been a key part in driving the growth. Until next time, I'm Michael Haynes, and thank you for coming to listen to Innovate Grow TV.